Hey, welcome back to the CX Toolbox. I'm Sarah, and today I'm going to be walking you through how to create and build an effective lead capture form inside Dubsado. A good form is not just a contact box, it's your first filter, your first impression, and your chance to qualify leads without the extra emails back and forth. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to create a contact form from scratch using Dubsado with the lead capture form tool. I'm going to walk you through each field type, what it does, and how to decide which ones to use. So whether you're just getting started or want to clean up your existing form, this walkthrough is going to help you make the most out of what Dubsado offers without overcomplicating everything. The first thing that I want you to do is go over to the templates, and from here you can go to the Forms tab. So this is where you will have all of your forms. You've got contracts, sub-agreements, questionnaires, proposals, lead capture forms, and the lead capture form is the one that we're going to be talking about today. So Dubsado also has the template library, but this will only give you questionnaires, contracts, proposals, and subcontracts, and you can filter by them by clicking on this, and then you can preview it and you can install it into your account, but it doesn't actually give you a lead capture form. So I'm just going to walk you through creating one from scratch now. Over to this plus icon here. By default, it is going to add these questions for you when you create a new one. First thing that I would do is create a container, because if you are embedding this onto your website, or even if you're using it as a social media like contact, like a URL, which you can do as well in Dubsado, it defaults at like this 60% width. So it's better to have control if you put 100 container width and 100 content width. And then it will allow you to use the actual columns within the containers. So you can have like the 1 column, 2 column, 3 columns. So I'm going to use a 2 column, and then I'm just going to drag a first name, last name, and you'll notice that these will already, let's get my face out of the way. You'll notice that these will already be mapped to the client's first name and the client's last name, and then it will also map the client's email address, because you have to have the first name, last name, and email address on the form for you to be able to use it. So basic things that you will want to ask is email, phone number, last name, first name, and last name. And Dubsado's got the options of other things that you can use that I'm going to go through now. So if you are a wedding photographer, or if you are date specific and your availability is going to be around a particular date and you need to check it before you then decide whether you need to work with that person, then you would definitely want to use the project mapping field for project date. So you can also select start date, end date, but project date overall will allow you them to just select a date. But if you want them to select a time and a date, then you would select the project start date, and then that will allow them to select the time and the day. Most times you would just want to do project date for this. A couple of other ones. So obviously we've got the short answer here, which we've already seen, which has got the first name, last name, email, and phone number. And we've got the workflow option. So by selecting this, it is going to populate to say what service are you interested in. And this is part of the best part of Dubsado's lead capture form, to be honest, because this is going to allow you to completely automate your inquiry process. So this can determine what service they are going to select. So maybe if they wanted, and we'll just say, for instance, for photography purposes, if you had family photography, you had wedding photography, and these processes are completely different, because for a family photographer, it wouldn't be date specific maybe, whereas for a wedding photographer and this wedding service, it would be date specific. So you might want to check the date with this automation workflow that you are going to set up. Or family photography, you might want to send out a questionnaire, or you might just want to straight away book in to have a call with them to talk about what kind of style they want, where they want to do their family session. So it really gives you that flexibility of customizing your process for each service that you have. Another way that you can use this, rather than saying what service you have, if, for instance, you are somebody that has one particular service and you're, say, a coach, and you just have your coaching plans where you have like your 3-month or 12-month coaching plan, but it's still the same service, you could use this for budget. So if somebody is under budget, you could say something like, what is your budget? And then you could say over a certain amount, under a certain amount. And this is where you could vet the client and pre-qualify them to start off a workflow that's like, unfortunately, and you can make it so you don't have to then go through and qualify every single person. You could have it set up that way. That is another way of using it. So there are multiple ways of using the workflow element within the lead capture form. It's just working out what is the best way for your business to automate the process. So another couple of things that we have here as well that you definitely want to use on your lead capture form is project tracking. So this is a section of how did you hear about us? I would 100% make this required and put it on every single contact form that you have, because this is going to help you to know where your leads are coming from and where you need to focus your marketing more. So to set this up, or you don't have to go over to any of the other tabs outside of this form, you can actually set it up within the form. So you can go to project sources. I've obviously already set up 2 in this demo account, but you can create a new source. So you could say, for instance, Pinterest, and then create a custom color that you will have Pinterest come up here. So you can create as many different sources as you want. And when you go over to your reporting and you go to project breakdown, it will actually come up here when somebody has completed your lead capture form, where it's come from. It will total the booked projects as well. So it gives you, Dubsado's reporting tools are limited, but it will still allow you to track your projects by source here, which is still a great and important feature to have. So we've got other features here, the elements that we can use. We've got the drop down, which you will be able to customize with as many drop-down items as you want. So if you wanted to use this for budget and you still wanted to use the workflow option for services, then you do have that option as well. Another option that we have is the file uploader. This isn't going to be able to be a required field, but it would give you the option of allowing people to upload maybe images or anything that you need before jumping on a call with them. You can allow them to drag and drop into this section here. And then we have the multiple choice field as well. And finally, you have the checkboxes. So you can also use checkboxes for services. So if you didn't want to use the workflow option of which service are you interested in, you could use the checkbox and you could format it vertically as well. If you go over to form settings, here is where you have some options. So if you're using the workflow section where you are triggering automated workflows off of the drop down being selected, then you wouldn't need to use the default workflow. The default workflow is if you just got the one service and they're going to go through the same process and same workflow for every single service, then you can just apply your workflow here. You have a custom thank you message. You've also got the redirect URL, more of a custom option rather than just doing a thank you message. I always tell my clients that it's a great way to add like a welcome message or something, or embed into a URL. So you can create a custom landing thank you page on your website. Do this within Dubsado itself by using the proposal as a landing page and just removing the submit button and the top bar. You do have that option. I've done that for quite a few clients, so you can customize and use that as a welcome page. So you have the project status as well. So you'll be able to select your project status. Basically, project statuses help you to organize clients by stages of your workflow. So when they are finishing your lead capture form, you might want them to go into a project status that is new inquiry. When they have scheduled a discovery call, you might want them to then go into a project status call booked. So it just helps you to visualize and see where clients are in the process within your processes. Then we have the project title. So the best thing to do here is to pull through any of the client smart fields, so possibly client full name, and you can create your own client custom field. So if you have a section here, a short field answer that you are asking something like venue or location, you would be able to go into the settings and create your custom map field. We also have a tutorial on this as well. And then you can customize the project title with that client field. So it would then show up as a project of the client's name and then the venue, which is easier for you to see visually on the dashboard. You can assign team members, so when this lead capture form is filled out, they will also get notified that the lead capture form has been completed, so they can then go and manage the project as well. You can put an expiry date on it, although as a contact form, you wouldn't want to do this, and you also wouldn't want to make it password protection. But if you're using a lead capture form for another process that isn't on your website, or that is a application form that has a deadline, then you can then use these options as well. You also have some basic form styling options here. What I would always do is remove this random 60% top pixel padding. It just creates a really weird space in the form, and I don't know why Dubsado does that, but it's very, very strange. And then you can also have the option of adding some CSS. So we do have a full tutorial on how to upload your fonts over on our blog. We have tutorials for what to include in your lead capture form by industry. We have some code snippets, some free code snippets. We have how to create a fixed footer for your Dubsado questionnaires. And this is one of my favorites, is how to upload your brand fonts in Dubsado, so you can make your lead capture form look exactly like your website. But over on our resources page, we have 2 free lead capture forms that are already styled for you instantly to upload into your account. So all you have to do is just go and download the lead capture form. You will get an email of a one-click template, and then what it will do is instantly be uploaded into your lead capture section here. So here are the 2 lead capture forms that we have. We've got the Willow and Val wedding lead capture form that already has the questions in it that you would need, and Dine lead capture form as well that has all of the questions that you need to ask. And this is a 2-in-1 because you can download this and we show you how to make it a contact form as well. So the lead capture form that I've created today, this would just be a basic contact embed form. So just remember to put your questions within columns and set it to 100%. Make sure to use the elements of the lead capture form that you need for your business. Once you've finished building out your contact form, what I suggest you do is go and test it out. So you've got the sharing option here where you can use this to embed the code onto your website in a code block. And then we've got the direct URL link. So if you are using an application style form that is styled like the ones that I've just showed you, you can use the URL by copying this, opening in a new tab, and then you can view it. You can fill it out as a client. Sometimes you need to put it in incognito mode to actually view it properly and submit it. So just make sure that you are doing it the right way, test it, and then you'll see that they will go through the workflow if you have attached a workflow, and they'll also go into the correct project status as well. In the next video, we will be going over how to build out your inquiry workflow and connect it to your lead capture form. So to follow us and hit subscribe to get all of our upcoming videos and blogs. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.